I don't care how long this takes me. Use vitality gear when picking up food next time? Yeah, I guess. That's an easy way to refill my health, honestly. So, yeah. I guess. You must all chat! I must see the chatterinos. I can't turn it off. I have to have it on. That's too good. The only one I want to be 100% focused on is ducks. Like, I shouldn't need to be focused as much for these guys. Minus a few simple things like, when I get to 2-bar panels, I have to watch out for, you know, the panels lighting up in different corners, and stuff like that. That's really the only things I have to be super duper focused on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Which is better, crossbow, shortbow, or longbow for sharpshooter? You only choose between longbow or crossbow. You do not choose a shortbow if you're a sharpshooter. As for which is better, crossbows will give more damage. Longbows have better range. If you're playing a warden, you have like better range on guided missiles, better range on, or if you're playing a sniper, you have better range on siege stance. So like, longbows give better range. Crossbows give more damage. Longbows also give crit, but I would not get a crossbow just for crit. Like, that is the wrong reason to get a longbow. It's more of a playstyle choice, whether or not you get one or the other. It's a playstyle choice. Longbow also has this shot where after you fire 2 auto attacks, the third shot winds you up. It's like the piercing shot. So some people get annoyed about that too. So yeah. I would wish Sig was your bro. My brothers don't play this game. I'm very sad. They don't play any games I like either. They play like Call of Duty and stuff. Like, that is so foreign to me. I'm not born in an era where little kids shoot each other in the face for hours on end and curse at each other. They like curse all the time to random people on the internet. I don't understand what's so interesting about that. The Sig falling star emote. That'd actually be pretty cool. Like, they don't really have an interest in any games I like. Like the simpler stuff, the stuff that made what I find gaming fun. Like, they don't like any of that stuff. The stuff that brought gaming into what it is today. The old games that were really like friendly, had a very large audience, those kind of games. They don't like any of those kind of games. Counter-Strike. Now I admit, playing Grand Theft Auto is kind of interesting. I watched my brother play it a little bit. It's kind of interesting in the sense that you can kind of do a whole bunch of like really random things, and it's kind of hilarious to watch. But like, I don't know. I never really got into those kind of games, you know, at all. Some of the more popular titles that are more like, more either violence-based or very... How do you describe those kind of games anyways? I don't even know. I give up. That's all I have to say about that. Those are the kind of games my brothers like. Counter-Strike Go. CS Go. You didn't know that Somersault Deaths was an iframe? What? What? You didn't know this was an iframe? Like all the spinaroonies? Like, I mean, dancers have that. Dancers get to spin like that, and it's a complete iframe. What? What? I don't even. This guy. Okay. Well then. That's what I call it. I call it Counter-Strike Go. I know you're supposed to say like CS Go, but I'm just like Counter-Strike Go instead of global offense. It's very funny. I just always called it that. Cause somebody was like CS:GO, and I'm like, what does CS:GO stand for? And they're like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just call it Counter-Strike Go. It's like what? Well, that's not the same move anyways, yeah. Like, you always have to do a somersault kick. I did find out somersault kick is cancelable, though. So what you can do, if you accidentally are about to run into a mechanic, you can actually cancel the somersault kick by butterfly floating. And that's actually very important. Oh my god, it's Wits. Why is Wits here? Scary. I have not seen Wits in so long. It's been like 12 days. That's a very long time. Hi, Wits! If you're listening, I think you're listening. That's the only way you could have said something about that. Wait, are you in Mumble? I didn't hear anything on Mumble. Hold on. Let me see. Nope. There's a try me to Mumble, though. Why did I switch pages? What? Oh yeah, the Vitality Accessory thing. I have to remember to switch back so I can go to my Spirit Quiver easily. Well, this is much better. I'm not actually gonna randomly run into wheeling stabs anymore. Well, that's good, I guess. When will I get a sub button? I'm not getting a sub button. I found out that Twitch partnership is an optional thing, so it's not like I'm even forced to consider it, so... That's not why I stream. I don't stream... I'm not gonna be making money out of streaming. That's not why I stream. I stream for fun. Like, you have to ask them to get a sub button. They're not gonna do it for you. So like, unless they purposely put one there, I will never have one. No matter how popular I get, because I really don't care for that. That's not why I'm here. If I wanted money, trust me, there would be better things I'd do than this. If I wanted money, I don't need money, trust me. There are more interesting things I could do to make money. I need the Sig emotes. Would I really do it for the Sig emotes? Like, I don't even know. I don't know, Sig Falling Star does sound cool though. Oh yeah, Sig Phone, because phone calls. I don't know. I don't know, that's kind of cool. I kind of wish you didn't have to have a sub button for that, but I don't know. Just kind of cool to think about, I guess. Talk about. Program scripts for Dragon for money? No. Dragon is not supposed to be like modified and stuff. Like you're supposed to play the game as it is. So you have to go really out of your way to modify stuff in this game. To modify the assets and stuff. So I don't know. It's not meant to be like that. So I don't really like to mess with that kind of stuff. Send mail so I can sub. Wits, why you no say hi back? You know how lonely it's been here lately? It's been like super duper quiet. It's been so quiet I've been able to level up all my Windwalkers. And I've literally been doing solo things for the past like I don't know, my viewers have seen me. I've been doing solo things for the past like four weeks or something. For a whole month at least. Volunteer as guilty recruit. Alright. It's time. It's time for the ducks. Time for duck stage. Duck stage. Now what I could do, and this is something I was thinking about, I can have the same amount of damage, but I could pull out my magicals. Oh, I only have enough gold to pull out one. Eh, I guess that's fair. Let's pull out one. A little less mana, a little more HP, and defense. So, maybe that'll do it. Maybe that'll do it. Cut out some mana instead of some health, or instead of some damage. We don't have there's no 80 cap content yet. We have bare bones 80 cap. We don't have like any 80 stuff yet. So just in case you weren't aware before, there is no 80 content yet, other than some dungeons. We're still at the very beginning of 80 cap, bare bones. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Something about oh yeah, getting discriminated. No. Class discrimination does not exist. So, no. That's not why I'm usually soloing things. For the most part, I prefer soloing things. Outside, I just do nests and stuff. Yeah, unlike you guys, our 70 cap started bare bones. We did not have Guardian nests, we just had dungeons. So, apparently they like to start our caps, like, with nothing. They like to start our caps bare bones, so yeah. That's the EU trying to catch up. It might be catching up, but if you're catching up, you're gonna have a content drought, so who knows? Like, I think catching up is a bad thing, because when you run out of content, what then? I'd rather have a longer amount of sustained content than trying to catch up and then running out of content quickly. Like, if we keep catching up to Korea, we're gonna be in a content drought soon. Like, we have to be... I hope they don't release too fast. And I think they're doing it at a good pace still, so... hopefully that never happens. But content drought could be a real thing. SigoNitori, yeah, this is my main. I switched to my mana quiver just in time. Oh my god. Go. There we go. Falling star here, I guess. Kill some things. Missed one. Oh, I got it. Never mind. We got it. We got it. Good. No! Ducks. Why? Be mean. No. Korea does not have the second Lancia specialization. So, no. Second one still does not exist at all. I wonder if we're getting ice fields. I don't think we're getting ice fields yet. Nope, doesn't look like it. So far I'm doing okay-ish. Although the wolf stages get really determine if I live or not. The wolf stages really suck. Oh yeah, I am consuming more mana now. So I have to keep that in mind. Like, my mana quiver is not going to regenerate as much as it did before. So, that's actually going to be a little rough. I didn't think about that too much, but it will make a pretty big difference. Ice balls. Alright. I am going to try to focus on this pretty hard, guys. I do want to try to get through this. Time to flying star them. Got most of them. -1. We're gonna have to rebuff. I can do it right now. The best time to rebuff actually is when you almost kill all the enemies, but before you get to DPS ducks. That's the best time to rebuff. That way nothing's really interrupting you while you're trying to do it. Dang it, I wish that did not happen. That kinda sucks. What? Whoopsies. That's the best time to rebuff. Now we're on the third bar. He can do ice fields. Yeah, I like this setup better though. Less mana to work with, however, same amount of damage and a little more life to work with. So maybe I'll stick with that for this. At least this one, because actually I have no choice now. Now I can't even go back because I don't have enough gold to take out any more gems from my equipment. Now's a good time. My goal with the wolf stage is to try and eliminate a whole bunch of wolves, in particular, because if the wolves stay alive, they will try like just hunt you down while you're trying to damage ducks. It's like the worst thing. So that is one of my big goals when I Falling Star, picking out a bunch of wolves. Like, at least if those guys are gone, the mages are easy to deal with, but with the wolves alive, it's a lot harder. Ooh, good thing I didn't turn too far. No, bad wolf. Bad wolf. Big bad wolf. Alright, we're good. We're good. First wolf stage done. Only lost approximately 210k HP so far, so not too bad, if I do say so myself. This will put us down to the second bar. It's been a while since we've actually gone this far down. Oh man, I forgot. Second bar means wait for the dive, because you will do it. So that's a waste ultimate. I've done that once before already, so that's fun. Alright, ice field. Good time to SB right here. Before I go over here. Progress is a good thing. That was a little close. I don't want to do that one again. Whoops. This field. Right across all the mobs. Got that one. Ice field. I'm pretty sure I didn't have to actually barfly fly out that. I just did for safety purposes. Made sure I would be a-okay. Okay, that's good. Got the last one. Nope, missed the last one actually. Another ice field. Got it. This will put him down to about 1.5 bars. Provided I don't miss anything. I might miss a few things here and there, like that. Cyclone Kick iframe.
Entered channel.
Okay, that puts us down to 1.5 bars, just about. Alright. So far, so good. Ice field. Use barfly float jump, or jump barfly float. I didn't really have anything else at the time. Oh! Ran right into that one. Whoopsies. Yes, I've written a guide about it. I'm pretty sure I know about it. Yes, Patotar. I've written a guide about Windwalkers, including talking about the Windwalker revamp and how to utilize it with my playstyle at least. So yes, I'm already pretty aware. That was pretty risky, but luckily he always stops just at the edge, so I was pretty okay there actually. There's another ice field. I actually barely managed to cancel that in time. That was very rough actually. I almost screwed up. Had I not made that one press, that could have made all the difference. Like one key press. Lend me your damage. Yes, damage is a nice thing to have. Although, is it kind of surprising I need this much damage to deal that much of a bar of ducks? Like, to burn, I need 66,000 physical town damage to burn half a bar of ducks. Half a bar. So, that's kind of unfortunate that that's a thing, but it is how it is. That's kind of why I wanted to do it before the Windwalker revamp, though, because after the Windwalker revamp, this will be so much easier. Like, I honestly don't even think this stage is going to be a problem after Windwalker revamp, because of how ridiculous Falling Star damage has been bumped up to. Board damage has been increased by 1.5 times, which means with Showtime, it's 3 times as much damage as before. That's insane. Like I said, 10 million falling stars, like, from this character. Like, what? That is ridiculous. Well, 10 million by myself, that is. Good time to falling star right here. No, it's gonna be mid-tier DPS. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's ridiculous compared to what we have now. But compared to other DPS classes, it still pales in comparison. Windwalkers will be mid-tier DPS after the revamp. Just letting you guys know. For those of you that think it's ridiculously OP, you might want to correct that statement, because that is not correct. Windwalkers will be about mid-tier DPS after the revamp. They will be a decent DPS class, but they're not ridiculous in comparison to other DPS classes. Engineers, Lunar Knights, Gladiators, they do so much more damage. They do a lot of damage. Even Wardens do a lot of damage too. In order to get... I did the math. We did the math a little while ago. In order to meet Warden's DPS output for this class with the revamp, you'd have to Falling Star almost perfectly and still manage all your combos while avoiding things in order to even get close to Warden DPS. Warden DPS is really, really high, and it's not even as high as some other classes like Assassins and Engineers and Swordsmen. Like, you just can't compare. They're too high. The revamp will not get them that close. Will the revamp be nerfed PvP? The revamp has nothing to do with PvP. PvP mechanics do not change. It's a PvE mechanic. And oh my god, I think I just made it, guys. I think I just made it. In before Ice Ball kills me again. In before Ice Ball. In before the Ice Ball. Okay, we're good. Oh my goodness, that took forever to get. Again. Yes, Sentinel, I should say. Yes. So why does Windwalker even exist? DPS class with not enough DPS. I guess to kind of sum up why they exist, because they're super fun to play. They're like... Because I don't think any other class can do stuff like this. This class has so much mobility, so many iframes they can just chain together. It's so fun to play. That's why this class exists. This class also exists because it's the only class that can provide a action speed boost plus cooldown reduction boost for over 20 seconds. You can't underestimate action speed. When everybody gets action speed, your party can dish out all that DPS really, really quickly. You cannot underestimate the support ability of this class. Now close chat and do this. Oh, too late. It's already open. We're going. We're going. We're going. Too late. Too late. That's why this class exists. This class is for the people who want to dodge everything and never get touched. This class is pretty much untouchable when played correctly. There's rarely any time you will get hit with this class. That's what this class is like. It might be that we're a little low DPS, and it might be harder to kill things, but this class is almost untouchable. Very, very safe in PvE. This class can avoid pretty much anything thrown at it. Like, you see that swing there? There are not a lot of classes that could sit in melee range and avoid that attack. Just like that. And keep going, and keep DPSing. This is a class that's supposed to DPS while avoiding getting attacked. Like, they literally dodge things while attacking. That's the great thing about this class. So they're like constant DPS while not getting hit. Like, I can sit through attacks like that and never get touched. Not even one time. Is Tempest DPS higher than Windwalker? Tempest DPS is way easier to get out than a Windwalker's. So, ease of use DPS? Yes. Windwalkers actually can spam their abilities though. So since Windwalkers can spam their abilities, their core passives, they actually deal more DPS. But the problem is, being consistent with this class is very hard. You see how I have to like move around, reposition to get off my damage? Like, that is very hard for a lot of people to do. That is not easy. Whereas the Tempest kind of just does your basic acrobat combos, and then magically does damage. Like, that class requires almost no... Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't want to make Tempest sound like they're super easy either, because they're not. They are very iframe reliant as well. Tempests are a lot simpler to work with. Their mechanics are made to deal DPS effectively and easily. That's what they're meant for. They get the job done. And they still have iframes. They still have a good amount of iframes. They just don't have like crazy spammable iframes. That's the only difference. So Tempest might be a little less safe, but it's definitely way easier to use. That's why when players are a little afraid of how much Windwalkers have to do, like, I tell them to go Tempest. It's pretty much the same playstyle, minus the fact you can be airborne and go crazy all the time. Which is part of the fun, I admit, but it's a much simpler class for people to start out on if they don't want to learn all the crazy Windwalker mechanics. Play Windwalkers on french fries? GG. Also, Nova and Terras, thank you for the follow. Sorry I kind of missed you, I was trying to explain something. That happens quite frequently, so bear with me here. But thank you for the follow nonetheless, glad you're enjoying the stream, and welcome. Once I get to 2 bars, I'm going to keep Ignacio near the center and make him walk towards me, because this prevents any mishaps with relics. You'll notice this relic here. I have to start hiding behind these relics. And in order to do that, I have to make sure the relic is in a spot I can hide behind him. So putting him like near the outside of the field, or he can even throw them outside these gates, which is like the scariest thing ever. I don't even know why that's a thing. So I'm going to force him to always come to me from now on. Also, Butterfly Float, being a partial iframe, is able to iframe through that, even during the falling part. It's like the only attack that can really do that. Normally you can't iframe stuff like that. With extended iframes, like, it doesn't work. One of the few skills where you can do that, actually. So yeah, we're gonna try not to be on the edge. Being on the edge is very bad for this. It can ruin a solo run, just a solo Deathless run, just by him placing a relic in an unreachable place. It can really ruin our run. So we are gonna make sure he does not ever go too far away from us, from the center. Alright, so here's our first relic to hide behind. We're just gonna, it's very easy. We just sit here, directly across from him, stare at his face, or stare at his nut face. Alright. So I have to start saving. This is the mistake I made last time. I have to either save my ultimate or Rising Storm EX in order to kill the Bind Relic. Oh shoot, I messed that up pretty bad. I was just gonna dash forward again, but apparently I messed up. Hopefully I don't get hit by that anymore. That could end with pretty disastrous results if I'm not careful. Alright, let's go over here, shall we, Ignacio? Over here, please. Or you can just throw that on the relic and run. That's fine too. So generally I save Rising Storm for the Bind Relic, and I just use Falling Star to DPS. Either one works though, as long as I save one. Don't stare at him, you'll turn to stone. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm not supposed to stare at him apparently. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are my right clicks delayed? There's a relic. Just gonna go. Alright, that's fine. And chill here. I guess he doesn't want to do that just yet. Okay, that's fine too. We can have 2 relics, even more safety. Also, I like jumping between them too. So like, it's kind of dangerous, but you can go back and forth. It's kind of fun to do. I don't know why. I just like doing that. And I know I shouldn't be doing that as solo run because oh my god, you're scaring us, Sig. But I don't know. I just find that very fun to do. They announced it to the world because everybody must know when somebody gets this glorious buff. Yes, everybody must know. Alright, go switch to Mana Quiver, or back to Mana Quiver, rather. Alright, 1 bar to go. Let's not get too greedy here, though. Still have to save Rising Storm EX for that Bind Relic when it does come out. So, I will make sure of that. I don't make that mistake again. I'm waiting for the Divine Combo. Ooh, that relic is gonna be really rough. Actually, I hope I can get behind there. That one is not in a good spot. I really hope I can get behind this one. He's pretty far off to his side though, so I should be okay. Ooh, barely, barely. I have to be really careful. I do not want that to happen again. That is scary. That is very scary. Come over here, Ignacio, please. Or not. This way, this way, this way. This way's good. Alright, that's a fine relic placement. I will take that one for sure. Actually, I'll go DPS him a little more. Why not? I heard to DPS him some more. Potentials were a lot better. Whoa. Alright, Pigface, you're going down. Oh, I'm gonna wait for a relic to pop up. I want him to put the relic right here. This is exactly where I want him to put it. There we go. Good, Ignacio. Good boy. Good piggy. Do I do it? Do I try to kill him right now? No, just kidding. Just kidding, guys. I'm not gonna actually do that. That'd be dumb. That'd be really dumb. Whoa, 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 divine combo, whoops. Alright. And with that, my friends, there is only one more challenge remaining. One more challenge. And we all know, it's my favorite boss in the game. This is one of my favorite bosses in this entire game. For some really cool reasons too, but I'll swipe. This boss is very mobile, very fast, and has a lot of interesting mechanics. I absolutely love this boss fight. This is one of the most fun boss fights. A very involved boss fight, I would say. Just like the golems, I like the golems too from the dragon nest. They're very involved. I really like the very involved fights. The ones where you have to really pay attention and do lots of stuff. Compared to the frog, you look at when I fight the frog, and the frog's yeah, I just bounce on him all day, he barely moves. And then you look at this fight, and it's this boss never stops moving, this boss is always swiping, this boss is charging, you know. This is one of my favorite fights in the game. I wish one of the big dragon fights, like dragon raids, had a really mobile dragon. That'd be insane. I know we have the wyvern for red dragon nest, so I'm pretty excited about going against that one. But I would like to see an actual dragon too. Alright, I'm gonna start focusing now. I want to try and avoid every single swipe, because getting hit by those is not fun, and it's gonna add up quickly. So I'm gonna definitely pay attention here. It is the last stretch of this run. It's not too hard, but I do have to get it done. If I get this, then I'm definitely Guardian Nest solo carry certified. I've been wanting a Deathless run for so long. You know how much I've been wanting a Deathless run. Alright, here's our first triple stomp. I'm gonna switch to my mana quiver right now. Good opportunity too. I also have to rebuff. Just rebuff my agility. That's all I need. I was a little close. Some of my iframes might be a little scary, so if you're actually gonna watch me do the iframing work, I'm gonna do some pretty close call iframes, things that might make it seem like I'm putting myself in a very dangerous situation. So His spear is very wide, so whenever he throws his spear out, I always make an effort to move very far to the side, because his spear is so fat. Like, his swipe is one thing, but his spear... Oh my god. I've gotten poked by that thing from like 10 yards away, I swear. Gonna rebuff here. We're almost at the barrier, so since we're getting close to the barrier, I'm gonna start saving up some of my bigger skills. Rising Storm EX, and I think Falling Star will probably be off cooldown around that time, but I really only need Rising Storm EX. As long as I have one of those two big skills, I should be okay for barrier. Back when I did my Guardian solo a long time ago, I had 45,000 damage, and that was just enough to slip by. With 66,000 damage, this is a no-brainer at this point. So, I definitely don't have to worry about barrier as much as I used to. Barrier used to be a very, very scary mechanic for me. I could barely DPS through it a long time ago. I do have to make sure I'm back on my damage quiver as well before I have to deal with the barrier itself. So I actually have both skills up, so this pretty much guarantees success with the first barrier at least. No problem. Phone call, really? I hope someone else gets that one. Fine. Alright, so anyways, so far this has been going pretty okay. Only taking one hit right at the very beginning, one little swipe. I'm going to save my Rising Storm for the barrier here. I found now it chunks out half a bar, so that's pretty nice. The purple eyes are just a little something I have to move around for, so purple eyes aren't that bad. I also have my ultimate, so I should definitely be okay. I was sitting at the tail. The tail one comes out a lot faster, so I had to actually cancel the big damaging part of Rising Storm, unfortunately. But it's fine. It's fine. We're still okay. We're down to 2 bars of Guardian. Which is awesome. We're almost done with the run. The Guardianess solo, Windwalker, no death solo. It's almost time to finish. So for this one, I could actually go in there. But I could just iframe it too. Hopefully that doesn't scare you guys too much. Alright, so now he's gonna do a stomp after each one. So I just either iframe or jump to stop. It's really not that hard. Tail swipe. So I'm closing in on the last barrier. I'm still gonna save my Rising Storm EX for it. Make sure we have that around. Alright, here we go. Last barrier. Ooh, just as this part of the song ramps up too. Little slip up there. Okay though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, Gradient. No mana! Oh god. I think I switched just before. It is done! Ah, man. It only took 9 hours to get. And it was under 1 hour clear time. This character is becoming more OP. Oh my gosh. Windwalker, Deathless, Solo, Guardian S clear. Unfortunately, it's 1 cap late, but it's okay. Finally did it. We did it, Reddit! What?